voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy, for your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, drop it for your wow, 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 lift it up.
What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Happy Monday. I feel like I'm a little bit too excited. I had a good grounding day, girl. It's cold outside, girl. I was out there grounding. How y'all doing? But I feel good. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. You know why I feel good, though? Get on in here. Get on in here. Because I got something coming for y'all. Yes, I do. I got something coming. It's going to be lit. It's going to be nice. I feel like y'all going to like it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to y'all. Shout out to me. Shout out to us. And happy Monday. It is Monday. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I hope you guys are having a good day so far. It is Monday, but don't worry. Don't fret. Friday around the corner. You see what I'm saying? We going to jolt y'all through the work week as we always do. Y'all come on in here. Get the likes up on the video. I'm sorry. Subscribe to the channel. And yeah, subscribe to the channel more than anything because I need y'all to subscribe, okay? So I want to say, first of all, do your genealogy. Any and everybody who hear me, do your genealogy. There's a lot of Black Americans I hear online. Sorry. There's a lot of Black Americans I hear online that like to say, you know, oh, I'm Black American, and but I have African descent. And I think that it's imperative that if we're going to say that, we need to actually know that. And unfortunately, we were tricked by and large with this DNA ancestry thing that never was real. Like I've said, and you've probably heard this before, you can go check for yourself. It is for entertainment purposes only. And it made a whole bunch of my people believe that they come from a landmass that they have no connection to. They can't find people there. They don't have family there. They can say, oh, you know, your Hablo group comes from there, but there's no connection there. And too many of my people are being tricked. My thing to Black Americans here is you have access to something no other people have. Information, documentation, okay? You can go and sift through your documentation, okay? And find out who you are. And guess what? If you have African in your lineage, you will find that too. I swear to you. If someone came off of a boat from anywhere across the transatlantic slave trade or during that slave trade, you would know. Okay? You would definitely know. So please, y'all, please, if you can, make sure y'all do your genealogy because that information is there for the taking. Please, please, please do your genealogy. It is going to work for you. Plus, when it comes down to reparations, I tell people this all the time. We believe that all you have to do is just say, I'm a Black American, and you go into this one pile and then you all get reparations. That is not going to happen like that. It has never happened like that, nor will it ever happen like that. You have to have documentation when you go to this government. You see what I'm saying? You have to have documentation when you go to the government and say who you are. You have to prove it. It's no different from when you go get in a club. What you got to do, show your ID. Your genealogy is going to be your ID if you want to get any sort of reparations. And let me tell y'all something. What you're going to find, most of you, not all of you, but what most of you are going to find is in the recent past, your ancestors was taken advantage of and had businesses taken from them, land taken from them. And with that documentation in your hand, you can go back and get that stuff. You don't have to wait on this big class action reparations lawsuit, okay? What you can do is just go ahead, take your doggone paperwork and go down to whatever courthouse or whatever entity you need to get your reparations. People are doing it now all over America. It's just quietly happening. The algorithm don't want y'all to see that. because they don't want that to become a trend. Okay, so please, please, please do your genealogy. It is going to help you. And then guess what? Once enough of us are doing our thing, getting our reparations, then enough of us could come together and say collectively, America did bop, bop, bop. And here's the proof. Look at all these lawsuits we won through America going, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get the big checks. How a boy said on Coming to America, and then that's when we make the big bucks, when you get on the fries. You see what I'm saying? See, we still over here, you know what I'm saying? No, we on the fries. We trying to get on the grill, child. I'm telling y'all, do the genealogy. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it, okay? If you just believe that you're going to keep marching, you know what I'm saying, and keep we shall overcoming, then have at it. You keep doing that. Some of us going to get our reparations now. Okay, and for those of y'all asking about the view, so I was trying something new. It said do stream in Mars on StreamYard. So Mars basically says that if you're on a phone, it'll give you a clearer, up and down view, and if you're on a desktop, it'll give you a clear, the other view. But I don't know, y'all been saying what's wrong with my TV? It look good on the laptop. I call it a laptop. It looked good on the what is this, iPad. But either way, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm sorry about the view if it's weird. I won't do it again. Let me know. Y'all just let me know if it's weird. Anyway, come on in, y'all. Do y'all grounding, do your meditating. It is kind of getting cool. It was cold grounding today, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, make sure you guys are doing your grounding, you're meditating and praying, because this is a spiritual warfare. And that's what we're going to talk about today on the show. Good versus evil. When y'all realize that everything going on in the world is simply boiling down to good versus evil, I don't care if it's on your level, at your personal level. I don't care if it's at your work level. I don't care if it's on TV. I don't care if it's in government, politics, whatever it is. You're going to find, when you peel back the layers, that everything you're seeing is a battle of good versus evil. And what you're also going to see is good is going to win. It's like watching any of those Avengers movies, like watching any of those X-Men movies, any of those superhero movies, Superman, Batman, She-Man, He-Man, girl, whatever, all of them people, girl. It's like that. You're going to see the good supersede and beat the evil. So when you start to wondering why people who look good go down, you know why. Don't let that go over nobody's head. Okay? When you start to see battles going on, and with these two eyes, you start to see the person you perceive to be good go down, that's when you need to be doing some more investigation, if you care to look into it. But I'm telling you now, what you are going to see and what you have been seeing here in the recent past, I'm telling you, I think Cat Williams, when he did that interview, I think it kind of sparked something. I don't know. But either way, what you're going to see is life is all about a battle of good versus evil. And the good is going to win. I promise you. So y'all get in here and get the likes up on the video. Also, this is on my heart to say again. Shout out to the LGBTQIA plus community. I'm going to say this till I turn green and I'm black. T.S. Madison is an op. T.S. Madison is using you guys to harvest your energy and get all of your money and your attention to them clear white men who want to go inside them bathrooms and play with them little girls, allegedly. If you are part of the LGBTQIA plus community, or if you are a supporter of this Sissy Madison, I want to make this clear today. I'm telling you now, I always say something and then y'all be like, oh, voodoo, you crazy. And then boom, it come back and I be like, I told y'all niggas. This Sissy Madison, in my opinion, let me say it like that, in my opinion, what I believe conspiracy theory. I believe her to be an op. I believe COINTELPRO, somebody to gather all of the LGBT and the black women who agree or who are allies, they're to gather them to harvest your energy, because when you peel back the layers, black trans women are not having the issues that y'all are fighting for. Let me say that again. Black trans women are not having the issues that you guys are windmilling for. So if you peel back the layers and just open your eyes, they're supposed to be more than hazel. If you peel back the layers, you will see who is this for? Who benefits from this bathroom stuff? Who benefits from all of this windmilling and cutting up in the streets? It ain't you. It ain't never been you. It has always been them. Now, I ask you to do me one more other favor. I ask you to do me one more other favor. Use your eyes and open them one more time. T.S. Madison lives well. T.S. Madison has a beautiful home. T.S. Madison travels and does all types of stuff. But nobody else around T.S. Madison eating like that. That should tell you everything you need to know. Everybody else is workers. And everybody else is following whatever T.S. got to say. T.S. is an op. And I wanted to come to the YouTube. I said it before many a times, but I wanted to make it clear. T.S. is not who you think he or she is. T.S. Madison, I believe to be an op and a government a plant, aka COINTELPRO, and any man or woman feel some type of way about me saying it, I'll take that lick. Call me everything you want but the child of God, been called worse by better. Call me everything you want. All the punks that won't come over here and drag me down to the ground, call me everything you want. But y'all keep windmilling for that white man. And you're going to go right down with him. I said what I said. Now, I had to put that part out there because that was on my heart last night. And I said when I came on here one of these days, I was going to say it. So since I brought it up, I put that out there. No, and he definitely ain't the only one. He definitely ain't the only one. Let's really be clear. But I'm just telling to my people in the community, you're being played. You're being played. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying don't be a fan. Only thing I'm telling the people out there is to just open your eyes and pay attention. Just pay attention. Not Kaya, because I'm reading this comment. TS will sell bussy and everything to get to where TS want to get. And even yours. Allegedly, I believe. Conspiracy theory. Don't pay no attention to me. Just keep listening. Anyways, moving on. We got to get into the show, y'all. Let's get into what we're going to talk about today. Cam Newton with this man, Mr. Jason Williams. Is that his name? Again, another battle of good versus evil. We're going to get into it. See, Cam wanted to try to convince this man to do what he believed or perceived to be a demonic hand signal. And we're going to get into why it's that was very, very important to see on TV and why that's important for it to go viral the way that it did. Then we're going to talk about Trump giving out $2,000 and what people say about that. And then SNAP being restored, how that affects or would have affected or has affected Black Americans and why you should stop giving your energy to all of this political theater, because that's exactly what it is. We're going to talk about why Black Americans need to be over here being independent, because let me say this, and I've been saying this too, nobody want to listen to me. Nobody want to listen to me. I'm not even bull crapping. I'm not even being funny. I'm telling y'all what I know, not what I think. For those of you who decide to remain dependent on the system, listen to me and listen to me good. For those of you, especially for those of you who can get off of the system or get out of these systems and you just choose to stay. For those of you who remain or choose to remain dependent on the system, you are going into slavery. Prison. Now, a lot of you have been kicked out of certain systems and you think it's the end of the world. Whole time it's the Most High saving your ass. It's your ancestors looking out for you. Do not question the moves that's being made in your life right now. You don't know what's going on. This what the Bible said, huh? Walk by faith, not by sight. It ain't for you to see. Move. Just go with the move. I don't know who you need to hear this. Go with the move. Whatever the move is, don't sit and water in it. Maybe it ain't for you. Go with the move, okay? That's all I'm telling y'all. But I'm telling y'all, all these systems that we over here windmilling for that we don't even benefit mostly from, y'all have to stop. Y'all have to stop. You're gonna mess yourself up. You're gonna mess yourself up really, really bad. So y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's start the show really quickly, y'all. Oh, let me read these super chats. I don't know why everything coming up twice. Thank you for becoming a new member. Thank you. And Sharon Sutton, thank you for becoming a new member. Y'all like the video, please, if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. Y'all, it's a lot going on. This spiritual warfare thing is so real. Like, it is so real, and it's everywhere you go. And this is what I want to know. First of all, I don't know who needs to hear this either. Whoever betting doing that parlay stuff with the NFL, they just showed y'all that this shit rigged. If you still betting and you got a gambling spirit, you need to be out there grounding and meditating and praying and get that up off of you, because that's going to be the weakness to bring you back into slavery. Oh, yeah, let me say that too. Weaknesses. This is what grounding and meditating is going to do. It is going to help you not fall susceptible to being into slavery, because this is what the devil is going to use, your weaknesses, addictions, and we all have them. Ain't nobody saying I ain't better. We all have them. But we got to start getting this stuff under control. Addictions. That's what they're going to use to lure you back into the BS. And you're going to fold if you cannot get control of your mind, body, and spirit and soul, or if you want to say that. So addictions, you got to get control of that. You also have to get control of outside entities. You cannot care about what nobody else says. You can't. You have to, I don't care if you have to meditate on this, ground, pray on this. You have to walk in light as if you are the only one there. And that is very hard for most people to do, because I'm still working on it. But I'm telling you now, until you get there, you are going to be susceptible to be walked right back into slavery. Okay? And when I say slavery, y'all sitting up here thinking I'm saying give us free. No, it ain't going to be like that. Duck, goose. You ever been behind a glass ceiling and glass walls? Because that's what it's going to be. Imagine having all of the view to see everything you want, 365 all around you, but there's a glass ceiling and somewhere a glass wall. That's the new slavery you coming into, okay? Yeah. You can't go, you can't come, you stuck. They're going to chip your ass to it further on down the line. But again, I just be talking. Whatever. You got to get rid of these things, because these are the things that is going to trap you. Also, another reason I tell y'all to buy land, do your genealogy, go get your land back, because that land is going to save you. The land is going to save you. Having your land is going to save you. Living in these systems, you're going to have to go with the flow. Having your own land, having your own situations, having your own, and land brings you money. Stop chasing the bag. When people say I've chased the bag, it always made me cringe. But now that I know what I know, it makes me super cringe. You don't chase money. You attract it, okay? And if you want money generationally, it's in the land. Land. Okay? Now, let's be clear. Ain't nobody asking nobody to be no angel. Ain't nobody asking nobody to be no nothing. We all fall short. And this one I'm starting to learn too. All of that, oh Lord, forgive me for my sins, it ain't got nothing to do with all that. What's your heart and what's your intention? Sometimes you fuck up. God understands yin and yang, okay? What is your heart and what are your intentions? I'm saying all that to say, we got to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to evade this prison that's coming up within the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. Y'all got to get it together. All them systems, all that windmilling for all this shit, that's for them people. When you really burrow down to it all, we don't really truly need it. We really don't. Not all of us, but some of us do. But you know what I'm saying? We have to get independent. We cannot depend on these people to do nothing for us, because you see what they're doing. They poisoning our food, poisoning the water, they poison in the air. If we continue to depend on the people who want us dead, how do we get anything from that? Make it make sense. So I need you guys to do me a favor, please. If you don't do nothing, don't do me a favor. Do you a favor. Okay? Do your genealogy. And for those of you who have ears to hear and eyes to see, tap in with your ancestors. Tap in with your spirit team. Tap in with the gods. Tap in with Mother Earth. Tap in with the universe. Tap in. Because that's what we need to be doing. And you know, I told y'all this before. I misunderstood Michael Jackson. I thought that he was just some earthy, weird kid in a grown man's body. I told y'all Michael Jackson understood with all that heal the world, make it a better place, and all of that earth song. He understood that we have to heal, and then when we heal, the earth healed, and we heal together, then we work together, then boom, powerful. Go, go, Power Ranger type. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he was totally misunderstood. But then again, he couldn't be so blunt, because then he wouldn't, you know. But he was totally on to it. We got to get back to Mother Earth. Get them churn outside. Let them go outside and play. They don't play no more. And some of y'all churn, they never fell off their bike. And that's a problem. Some of y'all churn ain't never fell off their bike, and that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a rite of passage. If your child don't have scars on their legs and their knees, you doing something wrong. Yeah, I said it. For real though, because it teaches them about life. Seriously. If your child ain't never fell or never jacked up, girl, you doing it wrong, girl. You sheltering them, then you're gonna make them not productive citizens. You're gonna walk them right into slavery. Some of them gotta bump their head. Yay. I come from an old school era where if the child hit their head, everybody be quiet to see if they don't say nothing. Don't look at them. And you can hit it hard too, girl. You can hit that clone go boom. Girl, as soon as the baby hit their head, everybody get quiet and get still. Don't look at him. To see if the baby gonna cry. That's the era I come from. You see what I'm saying? Now, girl, oh my God, these sure can't even, girl, Lord. And then they grow up and be spoiled. You can't tell them nothing. They moan, you can't tell them nothing. Then they grow up and beat their mom up. Then the mom come back crying, girl, I ain't got time. Some of y'all children ain't never fell off their bike, and that's a problem. I said what I said. I said what I said. For real, y'all gotta let them churn, you know, hit their little head a little bit. Ain't gonna kill them. What won't kill you only make you stronger or make you fatter or something like that. I don't know. Now, let me say this. Let's start this show. What in the HE double hockey sticks? You know, I really wish that we come out of the idea of awards. Whoever came up with the concept of awards was a psychological genius. And let me tell you why. All the person did who came up with the concept of awards was say, hey, we're going to create a system, because this is what this is all about, systems. Someone said, we're going to create a system that's going to govern the who's who. It's going to tell us who's where we want them to be, because all systems are controlled by somebody. Okay. Now, they create this system, but they present it to the people as something great so that they would all buy it. It's called tricking you out your energy. I just made that up, okay? So now these clear people came up with a system to govern a genre, or any of these genres, because we created them all. But these clear people and these orange juice people, because that's really who it is, now came up with this system to judge who we are, and we be lucky to get in our own system. Let's be clear. Black Americans created rock and roll from start to finish. I don't give a damn what you saw in the 80s and the 90s with that bullshit punk rock and Kiss and all of them. They were cosplaying the original rock people who were Black Americans. It started with us. What they like to do is put their face on it, like the Africans do. Put their sticky notes on our stuff. They like to put their face on our stuff and act as if we never had it. They did it with country music. They did it with pop. They did it with rock and roll. And they about to do it with rap. Watch. They're already in the midst of doing it to hip hop. But anyways, they create this system, and now we've been fighting and fussing and scraping to get in. They let little flat ass Elvis Presley get his black cosplaying looking ass in there. He couldn't hardly sing no damn way. He was just cute when he was younger, but when he got about 40, he looked like a 50-year-old auntie. So he really wasn't even all of that. They letting them type of people into the Hall of Fame, and it's our shit. This is why I truly wish we gave no fucks about their systems. I truly wish we gave no fucks about their awards, because if we had, it wouldn't exist. It would go away. Did you know that? Did you know if you leave clears to their own demise, into their own stuff, and tell them to figure it out on their own, that they literally will go away because they have no creative thought? They are not creators. They've never been creators. They're thieves. Okay? And the fact that we be running up to go, oh my God, we got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Oh my God, we got a Grammy. And so what? And so what? Them people took $20 worth of gold to make you a goddamn horn on a statue and gave it to you. And you over here thinking you done, girl, for why? You are the blueprint, Black America. You shouldn't be happy they getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. F the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You are the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You are the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You don't need to be accepted into their stuff. You don't need their Grammys. You are the Grammy. You don't even need their BET Hip Hop Award. You are the BET Hip Hop Awards. That's why I say we got to get out these systems. So Outkast done finally got inducted, and the people is going crazy. Oh my God, this is so great. And I'm happy if they happy. I just want us to understand that we don't need this stuff. That's theirs. Let them keep it. And watch how fast they get rid of it when we don't care about it. Energy, energy, energy. They only put money where we put our energy. Let me say that again. Energy, energy, energy. They only put money where we put our energy. Our energy is so valuable. It is more valuable or just as valuable as your melanin. Energy, energy, energy. You put your energy over here, this way they going. When you say, never mind, we going this way, it goes away. I swear to God. Let's get into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video.
Grand Street, we love all y'all, and I want to say especially to my brother right here, man, thank you for making me be the best I can be, man, and going toe-to-toe on the records and iron sharpen iron just to be the best, man. Ain't nothing but pressure. Love you, man. Love you.
Thank y'all for putting us in great company.
Can I say that one of these dudes' projects, not together, I can say the Love Below and Speaker Box album. Those albums separately should have been, just off them albums, should have been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Andre 3000 is if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was a person in 2025. Let's be clear. Andre 3000 gives me what's that dude that played guitar that played the national anthem in the 70s? Fine Black Man. He the one came out with this new age of how we even listen to rock and roll. Y'all know who I'm talking about, girl. In the 70s, he died in the 27 Club. Oh, girl, it's gonna come. Jimi Hendrix, thank you. Jimi Hendrix was, if the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was a person, it was Jimi Hendrix. Okay, that's what Andre 3000 is. Energy-wise. Gifted-wise. Talent-wise. Like, he is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But it's just so crazy how they've tricked our minds to thinking that our Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be grateful to make it into their bullshit Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's the problem. And this, like I say, energy is very, very powerful. It's very, very important. Y'all been running around here protecting your melanin and leaving your energy out to dry. And they've been sucking like vampires. You want to know what vampire is about? It's about your energy. It's about your blood too, because they're going to get that, because they need that to survive. But mostly, it's about your energy. That's why you always hear the term energy vampire, energy vampire, energy vampire. They've been taking your energy, fat. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's what this is all about. And this is the gag. I'm not saying this about them. A lot of these celebrities be in on the heist. Oh, yeah. They be acting like, oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on. They be in on the heist. That's why they celebrities. I'm not saying that's about them. I'm just throwing it out there.
When I heard that we were being inducted, I was like, man, this is great, because we'll be able to, be in the same company with a lot of people we grew up with, a lot of bands that influenced us, a whole lineage of people.
Grand Street, we love all y'all.
But one thing that Jack said, man, Jack is, he's one of my favorites, man. We love you, man. But one thing that he said something about little rooms, and we started in a little.
Can I just say, I hate, because I'm from New Orleans and we have nothing but live music. It grinds my gears when it's a bunch of black people and one token clear. It grinds my gears. We can't have nothing with just us. It's always one of them. And then you know what else grinds my gears? When the Negroes in the band be like, oh, but I love Bob. Bob, good white folk. Bob been playing tuba since he was 3. I don't give a fuck if Bob swallowed a tuba and shitted it out his ass. I just don't like seeing it. We can't have nothing. They always right there. Energy vampires. You get it? Energy vampires. Y'all better catch up, Mustard.
Little rooms. Great things start in little rooms. That's it.
Thanks.
Long live Uncle Mooney.
That's offending. Great things do start in little rooms. He ain't lying. But ultimately, I just want us to understand what a value is. It ain't on their stage and it ain't in their awards. You are the walking award, Black America. You are the value. You don't need they shit. It's paperless, fruitless bullshit anyway. You don't need it. For those up and coming into the industry, you're going to make it much further if you don't subscribe to their systems. I promise you. If you do not subscribe to their systems, you're going to make it much, much further. Because that system, the days of the system are over. I don't know who needs to hear that, but the days of the system are OVA. Do you hear me? Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's hear from this beautiful sister. And let me tell you something. For those of y'all who've been feeling like we just now waking up to being Black American, or we just now waking up to not being African, that is foolish. It was because of propaganda, the education system, and the church that we believe that we've always come from Africa. That was an indoctrination that came into the school systems in the late 50s and indoctrinated into ours in the 60s, where the 50s for the whites, the 60s for the blacks, the 70s for the movements. Hello? In the 80s took off with Jesse Jackson hollering about we African American, and it's been up ever since. Prior to the 50s, Black Americans, by and large, did not identify with Africa. We did not. You ask your granny, the reason why she's still telling you Cherokee, Choctaw, Chickasaw, Blackfoot, and all that stuff, because that's what they were saying when they was young. They ain't making this up. Okay, so for people sitting up there hollering, oh yeah, but then we had an ethnogenesis. You ain't have no goddamn ethnogenesis. Let me say this again. You gonna have to pick a side, Negroes. Y'all gonna want to be African or you gonna want to be American? All of that double dutching in and out of Africa ain't gonna work. You see how it's working for you now. Do your genealogy. When you do your genealogy, if you have African descent or African lineage, you will find it there. But I promise you, most of you are hard pressed to find it. The fact is this. We know who we are. We're just putting it on a megaphone now for the smaller voices to outdo the bigger voices who've been lying and telling everybody we from Africa. We ain't from no goddamn Africa. I know I ain't. And according to the research I've done on American history, most of y'all ain't either. But y'all let them 23andMe DNA tests lie to you, which were for entertainment purposes only, and it's got you stuck. It's got you choked like that. And you can't let Africa go. Until you can go find somebody over in Africa that is your relative, I promise you, you're probably not from Africa. Somebody said, what is the ethnogenesis? So the ethnogenesis is supposed to be that there were African slaves who came to America, and then there were Indian, black indigenous people, and then the African slaves along with the Europeans, along with the indigenous people mixed up, and they became the FBAs. No way. No way. That don't even sound right. And I know where the theory comes from. The theory comes from the fact that if you do your genealogy, you will find some European descent. And just because they're European don't mean they're white, because a lot of the Europeans were black. However, that does not mean anything as far as your quote-unquote ethnogenesis. It's not real. You are who you've always been. You do what you've always done. Okay? Don't let nobody tell you that you had to get beat upside the head through slavery to create a whole new ethnic group. That makes no sense and is disrespectful to the ancestors. I refuse to get on my platform and allow y'all to believe that. Now, again, most of y'all are going to believe what you want to believe. I ain't got no problem with that. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm telling you is I'm going to give the word for those who hear. Now, let's get into this lady, y'all. Get the likes up on the video and subscribe to the channel. Hold on. Let me turn the volume up.
People who call themselves African American, right now, if you tell them they're not from Africa, they'll give you hell. Am I right? Yes, we are. Now, can you imagine you're getting that feedback from them? Can you imagine what they would say to a European who now try to tell them they're not from Africa? You understand? Now you've got Bill Gates, who's given $1 billion to the United Negro College Fund, to keep more Negroes out of their sovereign capacity, and they jump right into the boat, right? Play it up to the hilt. Oh, what a great thing he's done. They love him to death. Now, if the Moors try to stand up and say who the man really is, you got all these black people who are going to criticize you. Leave the man alone, they'll say. All right? But we know the truth. The majority of the people who call themselves African American, right now, if you tell them they're not from Africa, they'll give you hell.
And this was in the 90s. The lady's name is, how do you say it? Valera Renata. Let me say this. Especially in the 90s, when that whole Africa thing started kicking off, that's when we had people wearing the kente cloth. People was doing a lot of Kwanzaa stuff. That was popping off heavy. I remember I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? But it was propaganda, you guys. When y'all start to realize, I told y'all it's one big joke and everybody's in on it, even some of your own kind, you will see. See, what they did was, when it comes down to now, they suppress videos like this and give you all this videos of history of people saying we African so that you can believe that's a school of thought that we always have. When the fact of the matter is we have not always had that school of thought. That is a very new school of thought, that whole Africa thing. And for the Africans coming over here, telling Black Americans that they come from Africa, a lot of them tell us that because they were taught the same things. And some of them, a lot of them are being disingenuous too. They want to tether on. You see what I'm saying? But some of them were taught the same thing and they really believe that. But it's all lies. All lies. This is what your genealogy is going to do for you and explain to you. This is why it is important that you please, 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 if you don't do nothing else, do your genealogy. You want to know who you are? You want to know where you fall? Do your genealogy. But all of that, I'm African, but I had an ethnogenesis, it is not going to work. I'm telling you now. If you believe that you're going to be able to get off, not even just with the African tethers, if you believe that you're going to be able to get off with the government, that you had an ethnogenesis and you mix with African, European, and doggone Indian, if you think that's going to work, good luck. Good luck. You know why I know it ain't going to work? Because the government know they lied to you. How they going to accept your lie when they the one gave you the lie? Let me say that again, because I don't want that to go over nobody's head. The government's not going to accept the lie because they the one gave the lie to you. So why would they accept the lie that you believe to be true when they the one gave you the lie? Do your genealogy. Your reparations is closer than you think. Do your genealogy. Tap in with your ancestors. Get into that spiritual wealth. You got it. Tap in. You just have to tap in. You have it. Just tap into your spiritual wealth, and I promise you, all of this stuff, y'all, all this 3D stuff y'all worried about, y'all can come off them loops and y'all can jump another timeline. Hello? And y'all can get to the money and get to your spiritual inheritance. Y'all playing, waiting on these systems. They're gonna walk y'all asses right into slavery. Now let's get into Donald Trump, y'all. Y'all like the video. I hope y'all like the video, please, and thank you. Like, share the video. So, okay, I remember right when all of this Doge stuff started popping off, Trump and Elon Musk, the almost human, they were over there talking about, oh, what should we do with all this surplus of money? And I remember Elon was like, oh, we should give the American people $2,000 a piece. Now, I remember when that happened, I remember seeing two things. Number one, I remember seeing one group of people were like, oh, that would be dope. At least we can get something. And then I saw the other group of people like, oh, that ain't nothing. And we don't remember, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett on here talking about we don't want the money. Let me see if I can go find her. Girl, you know, I almost went grab that wench by her wig. Girl, when she came on here talking about we don't want the money, I said, ooh, girl, your home girl, that's your friend, your home girl, Jasmine Crockett, girl. Let me see if I can find her. Came on here and said, we don't need that money. He can keep that money. I said, what? Girl, almost went grab that wench. Hold on. What was it? Stimulus. Yeah. How you spell stimulus? I think that's it. Girl, look. When that girl said that, she called them. Hold on. Let me go back. That girl said, we don't want no stimulus check. We don't need that $2,000. That ain't nothing anyway. I said, what? Hold on. I don't like her. And let me say this too. For all of you guys who like her, I think that, like I said this before, a lot of black people like black women like her because they feel like she speaks for them. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? She's going to say what I can't say to the white man. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Because that lady is not representation of the black women who work hard in their career fields to do well and beat those stigmas and stereotypes. I don't think that that's fair. And as a woman who came out of corporate America, who did not want that stigma, who did not want to be automatically judged because I'm dark skinned, or automatically judged because I'm black, or automatically judged to be, oh, she's ghetto and hood, that grinds my gears. And if you don't work in corporate America, or if you don't work in no form of government, or if you don't work in situations where that type of stuff literally make or break your reputation, then you will never understand. But all of that neck rolling and da-da-da, that is no place. And it puts a bad name and a bad stink on all black women. I don't care if you're working at McDonald's. It puts a bad name and a bad stink on all of us. Because we are not like that. We know how to act accordingly. That's why when we grew up, our mama had the phone bill paying voice. Remember when the bill collector called? Sit y'all ass down. Hello? Yes, this is she. You see what I'm saying? We know how to adjust in the situations where we need to be. But I'm going to knock you upside your head if you don't put that goddamn. Give me my goddamn belt. Hello? Yes, this is Miss Williams. How may I help you? Yes, ma'am. Can you hold 1 second? Hold on. I'm going to beat the fuck out you. When I get off this phone, I'm going to drag you. Watch. Hold on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there. Thank you. Yeah, we know how to adjust. We know what to do. We got it from our mamas, who got it from their mamas, who got it from. We know what to do. So we don't go into these clear meetings with all these clear people making all of this money for no reason with all of this. We don't do that. We don't go in corporate America. We don't do that. We don't go in there like, hey, y'all, yeah, because it's so-and-so said, nah, we don't do that. And as a matter of fact, when we see black girls coming in there, we be like, Lord have mercy, keep her over there. And again, there's nothing wrong with being who you are. It's just the fact of the matter is we already fighting uphill battles. We don't need that. That to me set us back. That set us back. And like I said, coming from somebody who work in that type of stuff, yeah, man, that made me mad. That made me mad. But anyway, I don't know if I can find that video where she was saying that she don't want the stimulus packet, but she had did a video talking about stimulus. We don't need no stimulus packet. Plus, it ain't number $2,000. Girl, they got people who need money. What you mean? But it would sound good, or it would make sense coming from somebody who don't need the money. We still don't even know who Jasmine Crockett really is. That might not even be her real name. When y'all really understand how dirty politics is, when y'all really understand how they literally make these people in a freaking lab, don't let that go over your head. Literally making these people in a lab. Y'all don't even know who Jasmine Crockett really is. All you know is that bitch be on the internet doing this. And that wig she be wearing, them big ass wigs, them helmet wigs, tells me everything I need to know. It reminds me of that episode of Martin when that girl kept saying, because I keeps it real. Well, you know, Martin, one thing about me, Martin, I'm going to keep it real. And when Gina went to grab her hair pick, remember when Gina grabbed that hair pick out that whole head and that whole tracks with the coming out? You see what I'm saying? And ever since I seen Jasmine on this here TV screen doing all of that, I got teased of that lady. I keeps it real, Martin. That was the first lady popped in my head. I keeps it real. I say, oh yeah, she fake. She fake. Girl, but that's y'all girl. I'm telling you, I got them teased the first time I saw her. Oh yeah, cosplaying. That ain't her. That y'all know, everybody know the episodes of Martin. But anyway, so let's get into this thing. It says President Trump says Americans will receive at least $2,000 each from tariff revenue, part of a plan to reduce the $37 trillion U.S. debt. Now, before I get into this, let me just say this. People need money. I ain't gonna sit up here and say, well, that don't. I went in the comments, girl, they on here saying, that's it. Oh, and I watch all of them be excited. Let me just say this, and I don't care about the left or the right, because I think anybody who votes is foolish. I think we need to get out of them people's system. That's just me. But one thing I will say about the right, at least they getting something. The niggas on the left won't even throw crumbs at niggas. The Democrats will literally get mad at Black Americans when they in office for asking them for shit. You remember when they asked Scam? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember when they asked Scam and they say, Scam, what you think about reparations for the blacks? And what Scam said, I'm not going to say that I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. Because whatever I do is going to benefit all people. You know? Bitch, what? Let me make this clear, because whatever I do, let's be clear. That's what she said. Let's be clear. See, the let's be clear part would have sent me, bitch. I'd have forgot we was at the interview. Hold on, what you wait, hold on, cut. Hold on. Respectfully, what you said? Because the let's be clear, where I'm from, me, you ready to fight behind whatever you said prior to let's be clear. Where I'm from, I don't know. Everybody from different places. But where I'm from, only 2 times you hear let's be clear. And both of those times coming behind the ass whooping. Your mama, when she said let's be clear, or if let's be clear, meaning, and bitch, if you got anything to counter that, we can fight behind that. That's what let's be clear to me means. So when that bitch holler, let's be clear, I say, oh, there you go. That's when I started calling her scam. There you go. But she want to ski-wee down to the polls, huh? Ski-wee? Girl. Anyways, what I'm saying is I know people need money. And I ain't going to get on this internet and say, we don't need that money. Y'all is crazy. Good. All the people who saying we don't need the money, hand over your checks. I bet you they won't do that. So it says, Trump says the $2,000 tariff dividend will be paid to most Americans, excluding high incoming earners. It says the administration says the payment will be funded by tariff revenue while also contributing to reducing the $37 trillion national debt. Now, let me say this to Americans. All this money they just gave to all of them foreigners, need I remind you, they were giving them $20,000 a month. Hello? Ah, damn, I wish I didn't delete that picture. But they were giving them $20,000 a month. For a family, yet and still, $20,000. Let that sink in. That's what the immigrant families is. Here you go. There you go. Look at God. Stop me when I start lying. Here's the photo of the receipt. That the Mexican lady, Hispanic lady left inside of the doggone the stove. And the person behind her said, ma'am, you forgot your receipt. And when they look down at the balance on the receipt, look at what you see. The top balance, it looked like it was at like 5,000 and the bottom was at 20. Girl, please. So don't get on here and tell me as an American, oh, we don't need that $2,000. Y'all just happy for them 2,000. The Democrats, and again, I don't care about the left or the right. I'm talking about the money. Them people made sure them people got paid real well. 20 racks in cash, 5 racks in stamps every month. I'm still mad about when I tried to apply in 2002 and them bitches played me and gave me $85. And it was me and my child. Because they told me I was working at McDonald's and I worked full time. Oh, yeah, baby. They told me I had to work part-time in order to get the full amount of food stamps. That's what they told me back in 2002. But I took my little $85. So don't get on. It's right there for y'all. Take the screenshot. So if we really want to be completely honest, y'all, the 2,000 ain't enough. Child. But anyway, Trump said they're going to give y'all $2,000 or give us $2,000 or whatever to offset the $37 trillion debt. Let me tell you something. They printing this shit anyway. Well, they ain't even printing it no more. They just saying it. They just putting it in your account saying, yeah, girl, it's over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't go get the money. That's a whole nother story. But this is the point. For those who need that money, it's going to come in handy. So don't feel bad about it. And don't let nobody, especially it be mostly tethers, don't let no tether sit up here and try to convince you that taking this $2,000. Oh, because that's what they did for the last election. Y'all was just so happy Trump gave y'all that money. Then it was, Trump ain't give y'all no money. It don't matter who gave it to you. You got it. Be happy. Plus, Christmas coming up. Even if you get it after Christmas, y'all can use that little money. We can all use that little money. It's free money. But what we need to be doing is getting more than this. At least, I don't know. I would say at least he's doing that, but I feel like he could do more. It is what it is, y'all. Get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Let's get into these SNAP benefits. I told y'all before, when it comes down to SNAP benefits, the reason why the government is losing their minds is because this affects the immigrant, not because it affects you, American. Not if you're a white American, not if you're a black American. If you are not an illegal immigrant, they don't care. Okay, the whole country is trying to feed all the illegal immigrants, keep them here in America. Why? Because during spiritual warfare in the alien invasion, they need them here. So they're doing any and everything that they can to make sure that these aliens remain here. You want to know what the government is fighting about? That's partial about what they're fighting about, okay? Now, SNAP benefits, because it has a black stigma and black Americans believe that black women are the face of it, they use that same stigma that they lied to us and told us and got us to windmill for it. When the fact of the matter is, most of us are not on government assistance. It's hard for us to get government assistance. And for those of us who know people who have government assistance, it's not a whole bunch, okay? But they want us to use our energy because they are energy harvesters. So they want us to give them our energy and windmill behind SNAP because we believe, even though if we look to our left and right, we'll see that it's not true. But because we believe that we are the people that will be affected the most, we get the windmilling for it and they get the energy, and then they also get all the other things that come along with it. We have to be smarter than this. We have too much information. We have access to too much information for anybody in 2025 to not be able to figure these things out. Okay, it's literally right there in your face. If you want to know, when you start hearing them bitch up and crying about the next thing, go find out who's affected most. And what you're going to find out is a lot of things we've been windmilling for don't have nothing to do with us. It actually is anti-us. Okay, so with that being said, we got to be careful with that and be mindful of that when we dealing with this stuff, because the people are trying to harvest our energy because that's the only thing that keeps them alive, okay? Now let's get into this. CNN's Ashley Allison says the SNAP pause is having a massive impact on America because she went to get her eyebrows done and the technician told her that they were going to fire 2 workers because their clients don't have money to come. Now let's be clear. If the nail shop got 2 workers that don't have money because of food stamps and snaps, then they don't need to be working anyway. And I feel like I need to call the office anyways. Let's be clear. That means they probably hiring somebody illegal. And who gives a damn if you can't get your nails done, slut? This is bigger than you want to get your nails done, and your favorite nail technician, Julie, can't make it because Julie Tran about to hop her ass back on the midnight train to Vietnam. Bitch, we don't care about that. But what they gonna do, get a black dog-skin tether, because she ain't black American, get a black dog-skin tether with the nappy kind of hair to get on here to give the illusion that it's us feeling like this. And here she go, oh girl, because I went down to the nail shop, and girl, I was looking for Kim. And I said, Tina, where's Kim? And Tina said, oh, Kim had to go home. Kim had to go back to Vietnam. And I was like, why Kim had to go back to Vietnam? Oh, Kim don't have no SNAP. The SNAP, yeah, Trump. It's the Trump. It's the Trump. Kim can't go. Kim no more. I do your nails. And now she on here. Girl, bye. Girl, fuck you, Julie, Kim, and Tran. I said that part. Girl, we don't care about all of that. But again, subconscious illusions. They want you to believe this is us freaking out about these SNAP benefits. Girl, listen to this bullshit. Girl, look at this. Hold on. Little Oprah Winfrey looking tell self. Little Harpo Studios looking tell self. Girl, what you got to say, Tether?
Massive impact. I went and got my eyebrows done the other day.
And I know for a fact that's a tether. I don't know this lady from a can of paint. That's a tether. And I saw it on glance.
My eyebrow technician was like, they're going to fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come. She's not on Snap. This is having massive impact. I went and got my eyebrows done the other day, and my eyebrow technician was like, they're going to fire 2 technicians from here because all of our clients don't have money to come.
Let me tell you something. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? So because 2 women at the nail shop can't make it, it's a national emergency. It's not about even what she's saying. It's about the imagery of it. It's about your subconscious. What you don't understand is if you don't take control of your brain, you might say it on your foreconscious, oh girl, bye. But in the back of your mind, you're going to believe that this is a Black American issue, and it's not. Black America, do me a favor. While all of this craziness going on with the war, with the SNAP stuff, ask yourself, because remember this, because in 2 years, y'all gonna forget. Y'all always do. They put the witchcraft on y'all and y'all forgot what happened 2 years prior. But in 2 years, they're going to bring this stuff back to you as if Black Americans was downtrodden. That's going to be the way that they get our energy. So I'm asking you to think about where you are today. I'm not saying that everybody's doing great, but when you look at the world falling and burning down around you, you will see that that's not your bag. Not today level. It's them out there crying. It's them out there begging for federal jobs. It's them out there, not you. I promise you. It's them, not you. Remember that. Pay attention, soak it in, and remember, because what's going to happen is they're going to try to flip this back. You feel me? And be like, oh, yeah, look at Black America. Remember when they took your stamps? And then they're going to have the same old tethers on here replaying how they couldn't get their nails did. And we're going to be like, oh, yeah, I do remember that. I remember it was a bad time, girl. Nobody couldn't get their stamps. Bitch, you don't even get stamps. Let's call a thing a thing. You going to be on here, girl, I remember that. Girl, people was starving, girl. Children was crying. I remember I went in Walmart, girl. I had $20. I gave a girl $5. Girl, churn was just, girl, you a lie, girl. You ain't seen nobody at no Walmart crying for no food. Ain't nobody around here starving. Them hoes was selling half of them stamps anyway. Come on now. See what I'm saying? But that's how they gonna flip it around and make it seem like, oh, y'all remember? And all it takes is a couple of people to get on the internet, go viral, and people gonna really start taking that in like, oh yeah, I do remember. Girl, ain't none of that happened, girl. Y'all still eating crab legs and lamb chops. Ain't none of that happened. I just went to a sports bar yesterday that was out of lamb chops. Y'all is still eating good. Y'all still looking good. Y'all still traveling. The wigs is still wigging. The niggas is still nigging. Stop it, y'all. Y'all got to stop. Now, I need y'all to remember this in 2 years because they're going to lie to you and you're going to fall for it. I'm telling you. Y'all ain't missed no beat. Yeah, y'all ain't missed no beat. Ain't nobody running around talking about, girl, I'm doing bad. None of y'all. For real. Because that's how they going to play with y'all. They play with y'all like that all the time. Speaking of playing with us, look at Aubrey, girl. He must have felt like he missed his stardom since he'd been canceled, since Kendrick locked him up and packed him up. So he decided to get some random in a hotel to act like he a fan. Look.
I pray for you. Brother, it took me 10 years. 10 years. We will go bring your music in Nigeria, Ipaja, Lagos, Nigeria. I know you know Davido and all. Bro. Champagne Papi. Champagne Papi. Champagne Papi. Now, Champagne Papi is you. Guys, is this Drake? Is this Drake? I know.
You know what I just got? Y'all remember on Coming to America? When Prince Hakeem saw them dudes in the bathroom, one of them had the little popcorn thing. And he said, oh my God, I cannot believe it. It is the Prince of Zamunda. I cannot believe it. Me and my little brother used to say that part so many times back to back. Bruh. Me and my little brother used to reenact movies, bro. Me and my little brother, brother, we a year apart. Me and him used to reenact the movies we watch. And every time I used to remember that part when that boy dropped his hat. I cannot believe it. That nigga must have been watching Coming to America when found him a Anthony Hamilton Nigerian and say, bro, catch me coming out the elevator. Look, found him an Anthony Hamilton Nigerian and got him a roughed up beard and say, bro, when I come out the elevator, hit me with this Drake, and we gonna go viral. Look.
We're in the same. My mama, they pray for you. Brother, it took me 10 years. 10 years. Yeah. We be bumping your music in Nigeria, Ipaja, Lagos, Nigeria. I know you know Davido and all. Bro. Champagne Papi. Champagne Papi. Champagne Papi. Champagne Papi is you. Guys, is this Drake? Is this Drake? I know. We're in the same. My mama, they pray for you. Brother, it took me 10 years.
I cannot believe it. Boy, childhood, something else, yeah, bro. Me and my brother used to say that all the time. It is the Prince of the Mundo. Please, brother, please get up. Please get up. No, I cannot believe it. Drake looks so bad. Him and this nigga here. Both of y'all look so bad. Both of y'all tethers. And I don't believe none of this. I believe this was all contrived. I believe this was a scheme that Ty set up to come with us with the bullshit. But we not buying it. Because don't nobody give a damn about Champagne Papi, but them vanilla wafers walking around America and them tethers that's running around here thinking he's some sort of god. The rest of the niggas ain't worried about Champagne Papi. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Girl, he thought he was slick with that, girl. Maybe the selfies in the mirror stopped working. You know, at first his selfies used to be like this. Y'all know at first his... You know how his selfies used to be. Maybe he said they wasn't hitting no more. He said they wasn't hitting no more. So he had the double bike. He had the double bike with a, with a little 1-2. He said he had to go viral on TikTok. The selfies ain't moving on Instagram. So he felt like he needed to put a little action with the movie or whatever. So he got the man, look, boom, I got $100. Boom, I get off the elevator. You come and tell me your mama prayed for me. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I would have did it too. As bad as this economy is, bitch, I would have came off the elevator. Oh my God. I cannot believe it. They'd have been saying, is that boo? Yeah. Bitch. Yeah. That's me. Yeah. Was out there. I cannot believe it, girl. The way struggling. Look, it was either this or Mr. Nate. And I'm trying to heal. Look, it was either this or I'm in a bind, Nate, and I'm trying to heal. So I'm going to go with, I cannot believe it. Going off the elevator, girl. Y'all is crazy, girl. I'm trying to, hello, girl, I'm trying to live. I'm just trying to eat, feed my children, girl. Feed Saint. I'm just trying to feed my child. Okay? Now let's move on. But no, as far as the SNAP benefits, y'all, to close that out, they did say that they are going to extend they said that the SNAP stuff is good, but it's not because of you, Black America. That's what I want to say. The SNAP benefits being taken care of and this government shutdown was not because of you. It is not for you. And from what I'm hearing, they say they still gonna make sure them immigrants don't get all of that stuff. But I'm saying all that to say this: do not be fooled to believe that you have been saved by the government. The government don't give a damn about you. Okay, they want you in slavery, chains, but in the mind, not on the arms. Okay, so with that being said, all things are happening, but not because of you. It's because of a better or greater interest. They want to replace you. They want you walking around mindless, soulless, while everybody cosplay as you. They want everybody's already been destiny swapping with us. But this is what they want to do. They want us destiny swapping and giving it away, like we have been doing already. So please be mindful of that, y'all. Please, 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 please be mindful. Everybody playing in our face. Be mindful of that. Let's get into this Cam Newton bit. So, all right, good versus evil. Let me read some of these super chats. Y'all get the likes up on the video, honey. Sharon, thank you for becoming a new member. Esther, thank you for the super chat. Says everybody want to blame Trump when it's the two parties holding up the fund. Both of them. Hey, boo, love you down. And that's another thing. It was both. From what I understand about the government, they have to come to an agreement, and then when they agree, then the bill passed. If one side or people don't agree, then they don't. So I don't be understanding why they be saying, "Oh, it's their fault. It's their fault." Everybody playing on you. Everybody. You know what it is? I'll give you an example of what it's like. It's the same thing as this. You ever seen? Put a 3 in the chat if you ever seen them dudes. I seen it in New Orleans and New York. It's them dudes that be having them pads, and they'll have like the 3 bottle caps on it. I'm gonna use these hair ties. I'm gonna use these hair ties as an example. So y'all ever seen them dudes on the corner? And I'm using this as an example. Get me up here. So the dudes on the corner. This is the government. This is the government. I'm telling you what the government is, nigga. Now, do you want to know or no? I'm telling you what it is. What the government is the nigga on the corner in New York, New Orleans, or wherever them niggas be that be saying, say, bro, $5 if you can find which cap got the bead under it. And the niggas be watching, and they be watching hard too. And if you bugle people around like, ooh, and the nigga be going back and forth, and you making sure that nigga ain't hurry up and stick nothing up the sleeve or bop, and you watching him bop, and then he do like this. Then he say, all right, pick the card or pick the top with the bead under it. Now this the gag. The person who picking the top, who picked the middle and don't find the bead or find the bead is in on the joke. However, if he don't find it, he gonna say, oh man, that nigga trying to rob us. That nigga trying to rig us. Whole time he in on the joke. The left is the guy with the table. It varies. It varies. Right now, the right is the guy with the table because they the ones in the office. So right now, it's the right in office like this. And it's got all you niggas. Yay. I'm gonna put it in visual because I'm a visual. The right is in office like this. And it's telling you niggas, hey niggas, look under the cap to see which one got the bead under it. And it's a whole bunch of nations of people standing around watching the niggas watch the government with the caps. And it's a whole nations of people just watching. And they all in on it. The only people ain't in on it is you. But they all in on it. And you standing there thinking, oh, I just seen somebody won. There's no way I can't win. I just watched the bottle cap. And the whole time, it was never a bead under there to begin with. And the nigga who won before you, even though he was on the left, they both playing you in the same game. That's American politics. So in my opinion, I don't think Black Americans should have anything to do with it. And I know for a fact, if we pull back our energy, if a third of us, not even half, if 1/3 of us pull back our energy from American politics, it would fall. The walls would go down like Jericho. 1/3. If 1/3 of Black Americans pulled back their energy from politics, the walls will fall like Jericho. Just 1/3. It don't take half. It don't take 3/4. It don't take 85%. It don't take 1/3. But again, when you rely on systems, because politics are systems, when you rely on systems, you believe that the 3-card Monty, the bottle caps, you believe because you saw at one point there was a bead under one of these bottle caps, you still really believing that you got a chance to win. But I want to be Rocky Balboa's wife. You can't win. You can't. You can't. Not in a system. That's just my opinion. I think the next best thing we can do is give them our own, politicians, but we ain't raising them. So how we gonna give them a politician when we ain't raising them? We got to do like they do. They raise they make their politicians in the lab. They make their politicians in the lab. Like they making them basketball players. Put a 3 in the chat. You see all them vanilla wafers running around the NBA? Don't it remind you of they clone Tyrone? I keep telling y'all that. On they clone Tyrone, when they went down in that basement And they had all them vanilla wafers that was down there doing them lab coats. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry ain't with his wife for no reason. They creating a new race. They ain't gonna be black. They ain't gonna be white. They ain't gonna have a dog in a fight. But they really gonna be on the side of the enemy. Watch. The truth be in the movies. They creating a new race. They are creating a new race. Go back and watch They Come Tyrone. Go to the end of the movie and go to the part where they get to the bottom of the thing and they ask the scientists, why is you making all these yellow ass niggas? And the scientists say, well, I come to the realization, if you can't beat them, join them. What's the next best thing? To not be black, but to be half-ass black. So that's why you see all these lights getting together. They creating a new race, like they created the mulatto. Yeah, they created that too. Just like they created the Creole. Yeah, they created that too. I always tell people Creoles can only be found in Louisiana. Every Creole you will ever find either got roots from Louisiana or they live in Louisiana. They only made in Louisiana. Yes, they create people. Yes, they create races of people. Yes, yes, yes. Why do you think they made the $5 footlongs? That ain't nothing but a gumbo pot of some Pacific Americans. Pacific Islanders, I'm sorry. They make people. They make races of people. When they told y'all about slavery in the book, remember in the history books, they told y'all in slavery they was mating the people. You thought they were just mating them just to get numbers. They was mating for the kind of people they wanted. They was mating for the kind of people they wanted. They make people. That's why if you have melanin, especially if you're indigenous to any part of this land all over the world, you have the value. Everybody else is a knockoff. Everybody else. No shade. Shout out to the Mellow Yellows in the chat. But no shade. Everybody else is a knockoff. No, what he said, Pac said it. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I say the darker the flesh, the deeper the roots. You get it? Y'all got to get back to the music. Get back to the music. It's in it. The truth. I told y'all, bruh. The answers, the decode this stuff is right in your face. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Some say the darker the flesh, then the deeper the roots. I give a holler to my sisters on welfare. Tupac can't. Yay! Come on, man. Y'all got to go back and listen to that stuff and listen and think. But yeah, they create a new group of people. These yellow niggas, these Steph Curry ass niggas, they gonna be a rootless group of niggas. Oh, they gonna be a different group. Let me tell you why they gonna be different. Because they ain't gonna really have no allegiance. You know, it's kind of like the same way they made them biracials in the 1700s to take over politics. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that they created a whole race of biracial to take over our politics so that we would be fooled by these eyes to think that they're one of us, but the whole time they work for the ops? Oh, yay. Most of your faves was biracial. Do the doggone research. Mostly all y'all faves, shit, was biracial. Yeah. They made them, but they're not making them physically. See, that's the part we missing. We thinking as regular people. They're making them. Does that make sense? They saying, what's the mentality of a Negro and what's the mentality of a white person? If we put that together, what would that be? Could we control this? Would it go more toward the blacks? Would it go more toward the white? Would it stay kind of in the middle? Would it just be loyal to whoever raises it? This is the thing. These are some of the things that was going through their head when they created the biracial. I tell y'all, I saw this old video. If I find it, I'll never forget it. There was this old video. It was funny, but it was racist. There was this KKK meeting in the 60s. And it was this old ass white man, then the KKK, and he had a KKK rally, and he was talking about how they don't want the blacks integrating with the whites. And they said, because them damn monkey nigger jiggaboos, they gonna get in with our girls. And he said, there's two things God ain't never created. He said, a jackass and a mulatto. And when I'm a self-proclaimed comedian, so I laugh at dark humor. I do. So when I first heard it, I felt played for 2 seconds. Then right after that, it was the funniest shit I ever heard. I find humor in Al Bunker, in Archie Bunker, and Al Bundy and stuff. I find humor in that type of stuff. So when he said it, that shit sent me weak, bro. I had to rewind it like 4 or 5 times. But after you laugh at it, think about what he said. After you laugh at it, think about what he said. The white man in his ignorance was not lying. God did not create a jackass. We did. Humans made that. God ain't made that. We did that. And God ain't make no mulattoes. We did. You get it? Shout out to the mulatto. My niece a mulatto. She biracial or whatever. But no, I'm just saying. It's real talk. It's real talk. All jokes aside, for real. But anyway, as it pertains to this stuff, y'all, please protect your energy. Please, please, please. Stop giving these people your stuff. Protect your energy. Put your energy, alchemize that energy, and put it into something you want. Now is the time for manifestation season. If you want something, now is the time where it's going to be right there in your hands. Go get it. Anything you want. All you have to do is manifest it. And you know what manifesting is all about? Your faith and your belief. Manifest anything that you need or want, even if it's habits you need to get rid of. Go ahead and ground your energy. Go ahead and pray. Go ahead and do whatever it is you need to do. And watch how life just start getting in line for you. It's almost like the pieces of the puzzle move themselves. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, don't lose your minds off of the snap stuff, y'all. Please don't do that. It never was for us anyway. It was about them immigrants. Now let's get into Cam, y'all. So, all right, battle of good versus evil. I told y'all when you boil down to everything, that's what this is all about. So Cam has this special guest on the show, Jason Wilson. Oh, I thought it was Williams. Okay. Jason Wilson. Now, he has this man on the show. And I guess they were talking about marriage and debating and all that stuff. And they were kind of having differences of opinion. Let me say this. Cam Newton is a freak. We all can see that. His pants are too tight and he's too big for his pants to be that tight. I've always thought he was a bit loose-wristed. I kind of was on the fence. Maybe he's just a little metro. But then certain things he would do and then certain things he would say. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I think the thing that made me really feel like he might be loose-wristed for sure was how much he go through women. And I'm not saying that this is with all men, but I've noticed, because, you know, pathologist Vu just made my own term up. But, you know, I noticed when it comes down to men who go through women and have a lack of regard at a high level, a lot of times, not all the times, but a lot of times they be dealing with sexuality issues. You know what I'm saying? And I'm watching how he just going through these women, dealing with these women with these kids, and he just have a lack of regard. And I'm like, because see, it's one thing to be a gigolo. I know my brother, God bless the day, my brother was a gigolo. All the girls, all the women love my brother. And he made every single one of them hoes feel special. That's when you running across a man who's just a hoe, even if he a lying ass, cheating ass, nutting ass nigga, he want to at least make you feel like you special. He want to at least make you feel like, even if it's for the moment and he ain't going to be back for the next 3-4 days or 3-4 years, that he love you, even if it's a lie. That's a gigolo. That's a man who has an over appreciation for women and just can't get enough and he need to keep his penis in his pants. Oh, but then there's the kind that just go through him like nothing. Boom, boom, boom. And they don't have no regard for him. They disrespect him. They disregard him. They'll tell him in their face, you ain't this, you ain't that. You know, those are the type of men that I'd be like, oh yeah, he might be loose-wristed. Because it's one thing to have a lot of women, but it's another thing when you don't have no regard for them. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, Cam Newton is a preacher's kid. The nastiest, freakiest, funkiest, dirtiest people I told y'all you're going to ever run across are preachers. Preachers are the nastiest, most vile people you will ever run across. And their wives be knowing. Yes, if your pastor a punk, the wife been knew. If your pastor like la boys, the wife been saw it. If the pastor like little girls, The wife been walked in on it. If the pastor sleeping with hoes in the church, the wife been seen all of that, girl. She over here playing her role because she first lady. She just sitting up proper and prim, acting like everything is cool. She know about all of that, girl. She know about all of that. You cannot come to her and tell her something. If you tell her something she don't know, if you just caught her off guard, but she know all of that, girl. She know all of that. Don't let these first ladies fool you, gizzard. Don't let these first ladies fool you sitting up in these churches acting like they holier than thou. They know all type of degenerate, nasty, funky, cheesy, vile shit their husbands go through, but they save face. Now let's talk about the dynamic of the children. Now you got to add the family dynamic. These are people go create babies to have saved face in front of the church. Oh yeah, me and my wife and my kids, the first family, and the churn be fucking demons. Do you hear me? Church churn are the worst churn you will ever run across. And I done been in Baptist church. I done been in Catholic church. Hell, I done been down to the Kingdom Hall with the Jehovah's Witness. Church churn. Listen to me and listen to me good. Church churn are the worst churn walking the face of the earth. It's almost like they carry Satan with them on their sleeve. And I don't mean to call them bad churn. I'm just saying they got devil, they got the devil ride them. The devil ride them. I'll say, let's use that word. The devil ride them. Since y'all like to be politically correct. The devil rides them. That's what it is. The devil ride the church churn. Somebody said lemon well. Exactly. Lemon pepper. Okay? Yeah, the devil ride him. And Cam is a church child. Now add that up with the fact that Cam went to the NFL. Cam is handsome. Cam is an NFL Hall of Fame quarterback. Cam is this, that, and the third. And he give you loose wristed teeth. Cam probably doing all type of stuff behind the scenes. Do you hear me? Oh, you know the type of shit these children done overheard their parents say, let alone done seen. Remember, the pastor is the most nastiest, funkiest, cheesiest, dirtiest, most vile motherfucker you will ever run across. He nastier than the pimp. He nastier than the gang member. He nastier than the drug dealer. He nastier than the police. Girl, he even nastier than a truck driver, and that's big. Do you hear me? I don't want that to go over nobody's head. He nastier than the truck driver, bitch. And that's a nasty nigga. Shout out to my niggas out there driving the trucks in the big rigs. No shade. Every time I see y'all, you know, back in the days, I used to flash y'all, but I'm healed now. So I can't flash y'all no more. But I'm a wave, you know. I did used to do that. I used to flash trucks, 18-wheelers, just right quick. You know, just a little something. He might be feeling a little bad. You know, hey, how you doing, honk, you know. But anyway, listen, this is not about me. What I'm saying to you is they nastier than the truck drivers and them some nasty ass niggas. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, what you think they churn gonna be? Now fast forward. Here come Cam through the NFL. They done got his big collard green eating ass up in there. They got him around there, rolled him around in the dirt. Knocked him upside the head a few times. Nigga couldn't win a Super Bowl to save his life. He grew wicks faster than he could catch a ball or even throw that bitch. Let's call a thing, okay? So they tore him up every which way but loose up in the NFL, spit him back out, put him on a podcast street so he can COINTELPRO out here. You feel what I'm saying? Allegedly. But they spit his ass, his big nasty ass out here. That big old Joan Coffee ass nigga. Big old Joan Coffee ass nigga done spit him back out to the streets, and he out here to do COINTELPRO operations with us, and he done got caught in 3D, 4K, because he went up against good. I told y'all this is a battle between good versus evil. Let's get into it. So Cam, I don't know who this man is, Jason Wilson, but he seems like to be an upstanding brother. So Cam wants Jason Wilson to do this hand signal thing that they be doing. And he want to talk about it's some one love. Now, that wasn't the problem that got me because the man was like, yeah, nah, I'll pass. I don't think the problem with me was that Cam felt some type of way. It was the fact that Cam kept trying to push the issue, which told me that Cam's intentions were horrible. Cam was trying to, Cam was trying to deceive somebody. by telling them false information. So Cam's thing is the hand signals simply mean one love. But if the brother is telling you, no, it means something different, and I prefer not to partake, it should have started and stopped there. However, when your intentions are not pure, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. So what Cam did was try to defend the fact that he wanted the man to do this hand signal, but the man is saying, but I'm telling you, that's not my thing, but I don't mind partaking. I'm just not going to do the hand signal. Let me tell you something. Cam was defeated on this internet, but he don't know that was the beginning of his karma. Cam was trying to fool this man into partaking into some probably ritualistic, some probably satanic, some probably demonic type of stuff that they be doing over there. The nigga pants, he wear coochie cutters and he don't have no coochie. That should tell you everything you need to know about that nigga. I got a coochie. Do you know how uncomfortable it is to wear coochie cutters? It look good. It's cute. But do you know how hard it is to get that line from them jeans up the middle of your coochie? Girl, it almost feel like hell on wheels. Do you hear me? I couldn't imagine that line going up the line of them balls. You see what I'm saying? I just couldn't imagine. I done wore my share of coochie cutters. Girl, it hurt when you sit down. Could you imagine that nigga sitting down? Yeah, it burned. It burned down to the ground, Alexis. It burned, girl. It burned. And it's cute, but it don't feel good. Okay? Now, with that being said, right, yeast infections, girl, you start to leaking. Like, girl, what's going on? That nigga done gave me something. No, girl. You should have put drawers on with them shorts, girl. That man ain't gave you none, girl. The faucet leaking a little bit, girl. You know. Look, you done went back to the nigga. Bitch, you done gave me something. Bitch, whole time you go to the doctor, or just a little yeast infection, girl. Just a little, just with a little razzle dazzle, a BV, girl. Here, take these pills. This is so nasty. Y'all is nasty, girl. Let's move on. But look, good versus evil was where we was going. Cam represents the evil and the man represents the good. And this is why the man was able to beat Cam, okay? This is why the man was able to disarm Cam on camera and make him look foolish. So much so, Cam had to repeat it and try to explain it away, but it was too late. And it showed his face. Cam mask lipped. We gonna get into it, y'all. Get the likes up on the video. Y'all get the likes up on the video. I'm telling you, them coochie cutters, girl, have you out for 2 days, girl. Girl, you gotta let the coochie breathe. After you put them coochie cutters on, you can't wear them all day neither. Girl, please. You going to a barbecue, you gotta be there 2-3 hours, full tops, girl. You gotta take them off. Ooh, and it's be sweating. Ooh. Girl, yeah, that ain't for everybody. Let's get into it. Get the likes up on the video. So y'all girl, hold on. I just closed out the doggone thing. I have to open the screen back up, y'all. Get the likes up on the video, please, and thank you. Get the likes up on the video. My bad, y'all. I just exit out the whole damn screen. How do I do that? Oh, I forgot. My friend taught me this. I don't have to do that. Let me just, Y'all get the likes up, man. While I pull this video up. Girl, look at Saint hating ass. Oh, and make sure y'all pull up to the dollhouse later on for Malone Madness Mondays. We will be going down memory lane on the Rockhead situation. Make sure y'all pull up at the dollhouse today. I guess I'll go about 6 for Malone Madness Monday. 5 or 6. I don't know. We'll see. We gotta figure out a time on Mondays to go live for our Malone Madness Monday. I'm thinking if I want to do an open panel, like a 10 or 15 minute open panel at the end, but y'all be getting so out the way, girl. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Let's get into Cam with the man Jason Williams and watch. And you know what this reminded me of too? It made me think about how your parents used to talk about peer pressure. This is a good example of not succumbing and folding to peer pressure. Check this out, y'all.
Well, as we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, Mr. Jason, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. I would have loved to have a question from the crew today with certain individuals, but that's going to have to wait.
Yes, sir.
As we end things here at Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say one love. When I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
All right. It's going to look similar like this. We got your camera, or my camera right here, your camera right here, our camera right here. It's going to be one finger. Then we're going to add the pinky. Then add the thumb. And when I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
You ready? Here we go. One finger. You got to do it with me, brother. That's just a sign of love.
Okay, so I hear you. Can I share something else?
Please.
This symbol is called Mana Canuno. It's a satanic salute as well. Google it. So for me, listen.
Google the sign.
Listen to me. Listen, Cam, listen. Son, listen to me. I'm saying that not to judge you. You listening? I'm saying that I can't participate in that.
Now, let me say this. First of all, a man who stands in his convictions is so powerful and just, oof. A man who ain't gonna fold on what he believes. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm getting a little excited. I'm sorry. But anyways, let's go with the move or with the idea that Cam thought that this man was going for. Let's think in Cam's mind. Let's go with that. In Cam's mind, here we go. Oh, Lord, it ain't like that. It's really about love. Let's just say that was the case, which I don't believe it was, because as you get further in the video, it gets different. My thing is, if this elder brother is trying to teach you something, maybe it's something you didn't know. Maybe you thought this only meant one love. Maybe if you listen to the elder man, he could teach you something that can maybe enlighten you on the things that you're doing. Because you got to understand, the powers that be, first of all, everything that they have, they stole from us. A lot of the things that they turned satanic and demonic really came from us, and it wasn't. Let's be clear. But if you don't have the knowledge on what it is you're doing and what it is you're using and why you're doing it and using it, you will fall into the witchcraft that's placed on it, okay? As it pertains to Cam is sitting up here trying to act as if, oh, well, this just means one love, or this just means whatever. The brother is trying to educate you on something that you may or may not have known that can maybe help you to do something different if need be. But you don't want to hear it, and that to me is the red flag. And I feel like maybe he don't want to hear it because he feel like, oh, Lord, here we go. But I feel like he don't want to hear it because he feels some type of way that this man wouldn't partake in the ritual. And anything that you do often is a ritual. Anything that you do over and over is a ritual. Brushing your teeth is a ritual. Washing your ass, I hope, is a ritual. You see what I'm saying? But rituals can be bad. Rituals can be good. It's all on the context of what you're doing and how and why you're doing it, okay? So let's get into it, y'all.
That part, but I can't say one love. I'm just falling in line with my own convictions. Can we reset, son?
Yes, I can.
Come on. You leaving me hanging?
Oh.
And it was at that moment I said, his intentions are bad. You don't want to understand that, man. Your intentions are bad. That man wasn't disrespectful. That man didn't go out his way. All he said was, hey, for my convictions as a man, I just feel like I can't do it. He educated you on what it was and say, for me, but I'm willing to partake into any other thing. But Cam still feel played. Why? Because you got to keep in mind, Cam in this industry, conspiracy theory, but what I believe, he been in his big, tall, big, linky, big oxtail and grits eating ass over for them little bitty ass white boys with the penis about this side to go up in them. Allegedly, I believe. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of rituals them big old niggas be doing behind the scenes. Them big old niggas be getting bent over and bent up by horses and shit behind the scenes because some little bitty weird white boy got off on that shit. That's the type of niggas y'all be seeing running up here with $100 million. That be y'all faves. That be the one saying one finger, one thumb, one pinky, one love. You see what I'm saying? That be the niggas. And y'all think, because these niggas coming out dressed nice and they got hoes all around them, they ain't over there getting fucked like they ugly. Y'all crazy. Them be the main niggas. And this the worst part. People who either been in the industry, who study the occult, or people who know about the industry, they know this. The masses don't know it. They know it. So they having two conversations right here. One for us to understand from the outside looking in, and one that they both very well understand. And this brother, Jason, the older gentleman, is trying to educate this young fool, but he understands that Cam don't want to be educated. He knows that. Cam is already signed up and delivered to the system. He's an op. He's compromised. Like Kendrick said, what's his name was? He compromised. Y'all got to understand, these YouTube and podcast platforms are the new COINTELPRO. Also, these blogs on the internet, these are all your new COINTELPROs. All these people y'all face that y'all think y'all loving is selling y'all up the river. I just feel like once the man explained what his convictions were, it should have been that. But Cam feel played because Cam know what he's trying to do. Let's get back into it.
Oh. But I just think sometimes
it's just a personal conviction.
I'm not trying to judge your personal conviction, but what I am also saying, you should consider the intentions. And
this is another thing too. Cam has to save face. Cam has an audience who thinks that this means one love. He can't have this man come on the show and dismantle that, because then the next time he have the next guest say one love, the next guest not gonna want to do it. And if this is the satanic thing that the brother said it was, because I didn't look into it, that's gonna upset the powers that be. You know, the ones that pay Cam. So Cam need everybody in there to think that this mean one love. So at the end of every show, whatever this hand signal means to whatever demonic entity that they got going on, Cam can show, not only is this my allegiance, the person sitting next to me, look, they showing allegiance too. And this is the worst part. The person sitting next to him hollering one finger, one thumb, and one love up your ass, they don't even realize that they showing signs of allegiance to some shit that they have nothing to do with, but not realizing that they entering into these spiritual contracts as well, playing around with Cam. And Cam would be the person, the Undertaker. Cam would be the person in theory that would literally be going in there and snatching souls. Remember, this is spiritual warfare. That shit you seen on TV, activated in your mind into spiritual warfare, because that's what's really happening. This nigga right here would act as a spiritual grim reaper, going in and snatching souls. People coming on this show thinking one finger, one love, and all of this duck ass shit. Whole time they signing their spiritual contracts with these demonic entities. That's why this had to happen. This had to happen. This man had to come on here and do this. This is a spiritual battle. What you are witnessing is a battle between good and evil. Let's get back into it.
My intentions is not.
Okay, let's reset. I know your intentions are good.
Okay.
You looking at me, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm serious.
Yes, sir.
I have to follow what is in me.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Satanists do that same salute.
Correct.
You can Google it. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't mean to you something different.
No, it is a universal
love
sign.
And that's awesome.
Love.
And that's awesome.
And I'm giving you love.
You know what you give me love through? This.
Okay. There you go.
But see, now, you know what's deep? Now I feel like I don't want you to think that.
Now see, what Cam is trying to do is transfer energy. Cam is trying to make the man feel some type of way because Cam feels some type of way. Be very mindful of that. See, Cam is the one in the negative energy right now, not the man. But what Cam wants to do is because he's in negative energy, this is called gaslighting, narcissism. Y'all go through it in your everyday lives. I'm glad you get to witness it. Let me help you explain it. So what Cam is doing now is because Cam feel played, because now you done called me out on my platform. This not going to look good. So now I feel played. So let me hurry up and try to make you feel played. So what does Cam do? Oh, see, I wasn't even trying to do it like that. I was just saying one love. It ain't even like that. And then the person who really believed in the original that wasn't coming from a bad place will start to think, well, oh my God, I didn't mean it like that. I really wasn't coming from a bad place. And then therein lies the transfer of energy. Now you feel some type of way, even though you wasn't wrong. And Cam is the one who wanted to feel some type of way. Now, he got you feeling some type of way and he feel better. That's a literal transfer of energy. Remember, the whole theme is protect your energy. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. It is very important. Your energy is just as powerful, if not more powerful, or is valuable as your melanin. It's your energy. Protect your energy. Because I just described him as a spiritual grim reaper, snatching souls. And he knows how to alchemize energy. He knows how to take the energy off of him and put it onto you. It does give warlock. All a warlock is a male witch, a male person who practices witchcraft. I told you witchcraft is stuff you're doing every day. Very much warlock tease.
And I'm like, no, trying to be holier than thou. It's just, I used to teach classes on it, and I will, it's something that I've seen.
I'm good. I promise.
So I know your intention is good.
I respect.
Because Cam, can I be real with you? Again, as soon as I shift, I got a side of me that I beat down so that I don't be disqualified like the scriptures say. So I gotta raise the bar for me. I don't put that on. I don't tell no one else how to live. But I know my weaknesses and I know my strengths. I play to my strengths. Yes. That's all I mean by that. So
pause. Remember at the beginning of the live, I was telling y'all grounding to help you get rid of habits. Remember I was telling y'all about all of that stuff. It goes into your weaknesses and strengths. Listen, you don't 100% get cured of nothing. Everything is a day-to-day basis. But it's about learning, and the healing is about understanding what those strengths and weaknesses are and staying away from it. I'll give you an example. I had a problem with alcohol. I would drink damn near every day. I was drinking every night to go to bed. So guess what I had to do? Throw all the liquor out of my house. I don't have liquor nowhere in my house. Therefore, the temptation doesn't arise. Now, I'm not saying I don't drink. What I'm telling you is, as far as sitting around the house drinking all day, I don't do that. I don't do that no more. I had to get rid of the temptation. I understand my weaknesses and I understand my strengths. My strength is I'm good as long as the liquor ain't in here, because I might get bored, girl, and be like, let me take a shot. You see what I'm saying? I might be in here, girl, looking at Saint. Somebody might come across my mind and make me mad or make me sad. And then next thing you know, girl, let me just put one of these shots right quick. And then the one shot right quick turned into me crying, drunk texting. Girl, waking up the next morning saying, oh my God, please let that have been a dream. Please let it was a dream. Please, Lord, let it have been a dream. As soon as you open your eyes, no, bitch, 3D, 4K, slut. And you be like, oh, Lord, have mercy. I know my weaknesses, and I know my strengths. Ain't no liquor in here. And guess what? It works out very well for me. That's what healing is all about. Understanding your weaknesses and your strengths and owning it. Girl, yeah, I used to be drinking to go to sleep at night. Bitch, I couldn't go to sleep. I was stressed out. Girl, between work, personal life, money, bitch, I was stressed. I needed yes, girl, yes, every night. I had to get me something to drink to go to sleep. Bitch, I couldn't go to bed. My head was going topsy-turvy every night. Yay, I did. Keyword, did. You caught it? Understand your weaknesses and understand your strengths. So now a bitch can't spray me with my own shit because I understand my weaknesses. Keyword, did. Don't let that part go over your head.
you don't think Mr. Wilson got it all together. I don't. It's only together because of who I'm in.
Facts.
You got me, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. I just want to make sure. I hate I done delayed the whole special moment and everything.
We've been on our outro for 20 minutes.
Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm saying one love because I got much love for you.
Say less.
And I can point in my camera.
No, you ain't got to do that.
No, I'm going to do that. No, see, listen.
Confused.
Listen.
Huh?
It ain't no confusion.
But you making it confusion.
Cam got played at his own game. See, Cam used to people not being spiritually educated. See, what that man did was he saw what Cam was trying to do and hurry up and reel that shit back in. Oh, he trying to transfer this energy. Let me reel it back in and talk about God. Good gonna always outdo evil. So that's all the man did. He saw that Cam was trying to transfer that energy and said, bet, let me reel this in and talk about me. Get it off of him. Talk about what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, and dot. And now Cam is stuck. That's why it's no, don't even point your finger. No, now you feel played because you got played. It's a battle, a spiritual battle, good versus evil. And this is very important. You know why? Because somebody else coming behind this, and we're going to get into that in a second because I'm going to get into Corey Holcomb. Somebody else coming behind this going to say, dang, I ain't even know that. And how many people are going to be awakened to what that is? People who had no clue prior. How many people are now going to be awakened to what the be going on? Each one teach one. This brother was meant to go on this platform, and it was meant to happen just like this. Each one teach one.
Because I didn't even know that was a...
That's called wisdom, or you got some knowledge you can just check out. The author of confusion is who? You gonna say even now I'm gonna make it more confusion? Who's the author of confusion?
I'm just trying to...
It's okay. We here now.
I promise you I'm good.
I'm just talking. Go ahead, let's close.
All right, here we go.
Let's close.
As you and things here, Funky Friday, when I say all together, we're going to say what?
One love.
Here we go. One finger, one pinky, one thumb. All together?
One love.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jason Wilson.
So there was that. I wanted to bring this to the conversation because let me say this. A lot of times in our ignorance, all of us, because ignorance is only not knowing. That's all ignorance is. Ignorance is simply the act or the idea of not knowing. So in our ignorance, we do a lot of things, right? And let's be clear. Like I said, a lot of the symbols that we see that are demonic was taken from us originally. I haven't done the research on the hand signal. However, if somebody's telling you that their convictions are something, and it don't matter if it's a man or a woman, if somebody say, hey, I just prefer not to, and then the other person is going back and forth, then you know why. It was definitely giving warlock teas, because you got to keep in mind, people who deal in spiritual warfare, they prey on the people who don't know, the ignorance. That's the ones they get. The people who don't know what the hand signal means. So he can get all them coming through to say one love, not realizing they could be pledging allegiance to some demonic entities. They could be attaching themselves spiritually to something they have nothing to do with. They prey off the people who don't believe it and who don't know. And this is the worst part about people who don't believe it. How can you not believe in spiritual warfare, but you believe in all of the religious stuff? You can't have one without the other. The last I checked, the Trinity involved the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I don't understand how you can read the books in the Bible and see all those, what do you call it? Miracles and all of these things that happen there, and then look today and say it's impossible for it to happen here. I don't understand how you believe one without the other when they both coincide and exist together. The enemy got us believing that this spiritual warfare ain't real, so that they can have a playground and do what they want to do. And as long as you running around hollering, bleeding the blood of Jesus, they gonna continue to bleed over your head. Bleeding the blood of a white punk. Because white Jesus was a punk. As long as you keep bleeding the blood of the white Jesus over their shit, they're going to keep bleeding the blood of everybody over your head. They playing in your face because you don't believe it's real. That's the only reason they playing in your face, because you don't believe it's real. It's just ridiculous. Now I want to go to Corey Holcomb. I'm not a fan of Corey Holcomb, but when he's right, he's right. So Corey Holcomb reacted to this, and he said a few things that caught my attention. Now, Corey was saying that he done been down here to the show, and he did it, and he didn't even know what the hell it was. And he feel like, and Corey knowing what he know and being in the industry, around the industry, has a different insight on what really be going on. And Corey said straight up, man, that shit satanic. That shit demonic. Let's get into it.
Right.
I want this to be said. I am very hurt and embarrassed about my ignorance to what that was. I didn't know that's what that was. Even though I seen something like that before, I just wasn't used to doing nothing like that. I had good intentions by the show. Just like if I had somebody come up here, I would want them to have good intentions by this show. But I was devastated when I watched that brother Wilson, break down what it was. I was like, I think I did that. And when me and my people checked, I was like, God damn. Cam.
Pause. Now look, again, we all, even with, I'll give you an example. Think about Jay-Z with Rock Nation. Remember Jay-Z had everybody doing this? Can I get a Hova? Put a 3 in the chat if you remember the early 2000s when Jay-Z went on that Hova campaign. Mind you, that nigga straight up morphed and told you he was God in front of y'all. He told you what he was gonna do. That nigga turned into God in front of y'all and had y'all calling him Hova. Still to this day. But y'all, man, watch out. Y'all can call this nigga Jehovah like he the most high. Because that's his name. The takeover, the breaks over, nigga, God MC, me, Jehovah. That nigga straight up told you off the bat, bitch, I'm God, I'm him. And everybody was Hova, Hova. The nigga told you. You can't make this shit up. He straight up told you, I'm trying to be the most high, nigga. I'm Jehovah. And had everybody holding up the rock. Beyonce, too, had all her fans holding up the rock. Y'all don't even know what y'all was doing, bruh. I didn't even know what it was, but I felt like it wasn't right. Some about it just didn't sit. This nigga said he was Jehovah. What? And this the worst part. It probably hit me earlier because I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. I caught on to the reference like that. When that nigga came back after the blueprint and said he was Jehovah during the blueprint, I said, now hold up now. Them people in the industry have much occult knowledge, much spiritual knowledge. They know way more than you think. And the only reason you've been wondering why your life been horrible, can't get right, it be the people next to you playing witchcraft on you, duck, duck, goose. And you sitting up here saying it don't exist. But the universe is telling you every which way but loose. Not the universe, whoever playing with you is telling you every which way but loose. Because you running around here saying it don't exist. And look at Corey. He up there doing the hand signal like most people do because they don't know. This is how you get food.
Cam, that's Eve in the Garden of Eden type of behavior, dog.
Facts. That's the eat the apple, Adam type shit. The man told you I don't want to rock with it. Adam, this nigga giving me Eve in the garden tease. Eat the Adam, eat the apple. You know, I'm starting to think the story was probably reversed, if it's even true. Because, you know, a woman is the only one be duck, duck, goose behind a nigga. A woman is, especially a black woman, Lord have mercy, go against rhyme and reason for that dick. You feel what I'm saying? No good and well God told you don't do that, but here come the nigga. That's just a theory. I believe that whole story was flip-flop. But anyways, yeah, y'all be careful out here in these streets, man.
With the devil and then try to get your people to with the devil.
The devil is not welcome here.
Don't do people like that. Cam, I'm a little older than you. I'm telling you, don't lead your people to the pits of hell because you up with it. You know what that was. And you got me to do it. I'm not playing victim. I hope what happens serves as a lesson to others that, oh, that's the motherfucker that's down with that lifestyle, trying to be slick and get other people to put up that symbol like that. Because that's what I believe it is.
Yep.
Because I know how Hollywood picks its players.
Yep.
And I know what's going on. Just trust me, I know what's going on. And for you to do that, brother, is very disappointing. Don't be slick with your peoples, man. See, I was in awe of Cam Newton. Cam Newton was one of the baddest to ever play the game, if you ask me. What he did down there in Auburn was nothing short of stupendous. And when I met Cam, I was like, man, gee, all that. But now, I ain't gonna lie. Cam, come on, bro. See, one day it was a teammate of yours, and he wouldn't even speak to you no more. He was a wide receiver. He was a tall kid.
I know who you're talking about. Y'all remember, I follow sports. Well, I used to follow sports. Now it's rigged. I don't follow it. But he's talking about that bloopers reel when Cam was over there doing, I don't know if it was for fantasy sports or for fantasy football. The dudes in the chat or the women who follow football knew exactly what I'm talking about. But they were doing bloopers in the reel, and Cam was trying to say who he should pick for fantasy. And it was, what's that brown skin boy name? Moore. Moore, the wide receiver that was playing with the Carolina Panthers. Y'all know I used to play in fantasy league. I used to wanting to be a boy so I could play football. I love football. But anyway, it was Moore, DeAndre Moore. I can't remember his first name, but it was him who he was trying to talk to, and the dude was like short words with him, like nah, like I don't fuck with you like that. That's who he talking about. I know exactly who he's talking about.
I used to throw the alley-oops to him. That's what you call. And when you was trying to talk to him one day, he was just like, no. And I never judged that. I was like, I wonder what happened between them where he wouldn't even speak to Cam. He wouldn't even speak to him. That's whole shit, homie. Don't do your brothers like that. That's whole shit, man. That's baby mama shit. Setting motherfuckers up to look stupid in front of people.
Facts.
Don't do that, brother. Don't try to get nobody to do that sucker ass symbolism shit that ain't living like that, man. Because some of us out here trying to make the best of what we got, and we don't want to be up with that dick in the booty shit.
And dick in the booty ass motherfucker.
That's dick in the booty shit, homie. And I'm a motherfucker who still got his ear to the street enough to know a lot of things. And I still, everything I knew, when I say I know, it's because I know people in the streets, and they ain't scared to talk about it. When I came to your show, I had somebody with me. Niggas be knowing what's up. It's just I show respect. Please be respectful to your brothers, especially your elders when they come up there, and don't try to trick nobody into doing that shit, because all us ain't like the brother Wilson who knew.
I didn't know either.
That's what I'm saying. What was his name again? What's the Wilson brother first name?
Oh, Jason.
And you see how they all saying nobody knew? It's the ignorance. That's how they play with us on politics and all that stuff. It's about what you don't know. It's not about what you know. They prey on what you don't know. Put yourself in the mind of the enemy. I keep telling you, think like the enemy. If you were in charge, you will want to stay in charge. The only way to stay in charge is to keep the people confused. Trick them, make them believe something that is not real. Make them believe that what's up is down, what's down is up. Scramble their brains. Make them believe that what they're doing has a different purpose than what it actually has. Give certain things multiple purposes, so they'll never figure it out. They'll think it's for this, but the whole time it's for this. Think like your enemy. That's what I would do if I came over here and I was in charge and it was free niggas for sale. I would think just like that, and that's exactly what I would do. Confuse them, Take separate the children from the adults, teach the children a new doctrine. They're going to create a whole new group of niggas because we're going to mentally enslave them. They're going to grow up believing this shit and ready to die about it. They're going to teach it to their kids and so on and so forth. Excommunicate them from the adults, put the adults over there, confuse them on every level in which they could think of. So even when they think they figured out one puzzle, is 10 more to unscramble. That's what I would do if I was the enemy. Think like the enemy. That's why they got you ignorant. You don't know. And you just doing it thinking it's cool. Whole time you don't know what you're getting into.
Jason Wilson exposed you with all the kindness he could expose you with. And I ain't gonna lie, when I saw it, I was like, well, God damn, I did that shit.
I know. But I'll see that somebody else is saying that too, Marco.
Somebody say that sign don't mean shit. Okay.
No, there's different. No, but can I speak on? There's different variations because in rock we do that too with body count. We do that.
Like this. It's all the same symbolism.
And all them rock crackers was Satan worshipers. I know the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s, all them crackers that was on that stage doing rock music, biting off heads of pigeons and shit, they were all Satan worshipers. Yes, they was. I was there. I used to like rock music, contrary to your belief. Yeah, all them mother pluckers was Satan worship. So bringing up the fact that they did it, that don't help the case. It actually hurts the case because them was some old, they used to be peeing in each other mouth and shit on stage. They'll be shitting on, girl, they do all type of nasty, vile, funky, nasty, cheesy, dirty, gutter snipe, under the curb ass shit. Yeah, y'all ain't know. Go look on YouTube. It should still be on there. Yeah, them the most nastiest of the clears. Do you hear me? The bottom of the bottom, scrape the bottom of the clear barrel to get them clears. Them the ones up there hiding. Yeah, they ain't a good example. Do not use them.
It can mean
satanic shit.
It was used to ward off evil eyes. It was Black Sabbath's grandmother who's Italian. There's a lot of different meanings. Everybody uses it. And also, did you know the reason why I guess they were saying, or Cam is saying he does it, because in sign language, it means I love you.
Yeah, I don't think
so everybody takes the symbolism for different
Man, if
things.
you don't get there, who the fuck is you talking to?
And in rock, they use it when they see each other or they're rocking on at concerts. It's like, hell yeah.
It's about intention. If the person that's trying to get you to do it has a different intention, then that's what it's all about. If he's the warlock and he's trying to enact the witchcraft, it don't matter what you think it is. It matters what he wanted to be. Intentions. Good versus evil. Bad versus good. Intentions. His intention when he get people to do that shit is not for real love. It's for something evil. And because of that, that's the intent that's carried out when they do it. Who cares what you think it is? You the one under the witchcraft. Duck, duck, goose. You the one under the witchcraft. It's not what you intended to be. It's the person enacting that shit, what they intended to be.
Good rock on type thing. So, just saying.
You think he was trying to take your ass, Jenny?
He was trying to.
I put it like this, homie. If I would have known what's up,
No, I know.
I wouldn't have went that way.
For
Like,
sure.
oh boy, right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't take advantage of your brothers, man. That's why I be by myself all the time, man.
I agree.
I be by myself because I know as soon as a start talking to me, I be like, here you go. What's this? Here come the sucker shit.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't even know man, look. What that man say right there? Go down with them rainbows on there. It's quite obvious Cam is part of the Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something, man. It's a lot of men don't want to admit they part of the Rainbow Coalition. But I'm here to tell you, homie, I'm perceptive, homie. I know what it is, homie. I remember when I brought up what I said about our brother Will Smith, how the energy changed in the room. But Will like guys. Huh? Will like guys.
How you know?
I know what be up. I just try to be a good guy. But now that I see something else, I'm like, see, that ain't right. That ain't right, man.
No.
Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna try to slick talk you into demonstrating.
Right.
Because I know how serious it is.
Right.
Because that's what I'm speaking on another level now. This ain't for everybody. Homie, you slick talking me into demonstrating, man. You throwing me in a burning building, man.
Yeah, he throwing them in the cross. Let me tell you something. When you have somebody do something that they have no knowledge of or don't have knowledge of, even if it has good intent, you throwing them in the cross because you're not giving them the knowledge to know what it is they doing. Okay? And at the end of the day, Cam, with all that one love shit, that ain't got nothing to do with love. That's him showing allegiance to them crackers who paying them and bending them over, probably. I'm telling you. Like, these people is disgusting, man. When y'all really understand what's really going on.
Miss Lip says, I need to sage you real quick after this.
Somebody said they need to sage me, right?
Miss Lip said, sage Corey.
I'm like, man, Joe, why would you do your brother like that, man? And who else has he done it to?
But old boy called it out. Wait, did Cat do it? Did he do it?
I don't know. He wasn't on. I don't know about him doing.
Oh, he didn't. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
You're right. Okay.
He did Shay Shay show.
Wrong show. You're right.
Right.
Shay don't do this. The little symbols. He wears stretch pants the whole time he talking to you.
He just put his
He
hand.
be like, "What these balls do, though, boy? What these balls do?"
Yeah, you gotta
No.
Shay, to be on the show, you got to do some of the show with his
See, now
hand
you
on your
said-
thigh.
I thought
in
he
the contract.
Craig say,
Listen, we ain't getting into the shade thing, but this is the thing. Y'all got to be mindful of what's going on, especially in the midst of spiritual warfare, because a lot of people are using you, using your soul, using your innocence to attack. Spiritual warfare is what it's all about. It's about not getting a lot of people to wake up, especially Black America. It's about keeping you asleep. And these people who understand what's going on, which a lot of these people are your church people, a lot of these people are your celebrities, politicians, they know exactly what's going on. They preying off the fact that you don't. And they got these smiling faces, looking you straight in the eye, saying, oh, girl, I don't do all of that. And they be the main ones in it. Church children grow up to be the nastiest. I ain't gonna say all of y'all, but a lot of the children come out the church just be disgusting. Y'all just nasty. And I don't blame it on y'all. I blame it on y'all lying ass parents. But y'all come out jacked up. Real bad. A lot of y'all. Not all y'all, but a lot of y'all come out jacked up. And again, it ain't your fault. And Cam is one of those church children who came out jacked up. Who knows what Cam was exposed to? Who knows what he could have walked in on his daddy doing? Because that's called a thing. Black gay male pastors has been a thing since the beginning of time. Most of them was punks. Hello? We ready to have a conversation on no? Most of them is and was punks. Hello? They was either womanizers or punks or both. Ain't nobody, come on now. So who knows what Cam could have walked in on as a little bitty boy. Aretha done already told us her pa was throwing freak offs with Martin Luther King and all of them pulling up, pulling over and pop out. Girl, please. I told y'all the activists back then were nothing but internet celebrities, damn near. They were like streamers. Girl, Martin Luther King was like a streamer, like, dude. And I don't mean as far as occupation, as far as status. They were different levels of celebrities. And they used to be in there with each other. And with animals, allegedly, and things of that nature. And this was Aretha with her daddy, and they say he had ran the whole black church sector. He was top of the top for the black church pastors and all of that. So could you imagine what Cam daddy probably was a church in Atlanta? Especially if they came up under a decent church. Could you imagine the things that Cam could have probably ran across? Candy Girl ain't the only one started off with the dungeon and the freak offs. They been rocking like that in Atlanta, girl. Welcome to the party. You're late. So I'm saying, now you put him in a position where he played football, he got fame, he got clout, and he got money. Oh, man. Oh, man. You letting loose a goddamn animal. And these the people who have knowledge of the occult. And these the people who also have knowledge of your world, meaning your spiritual, your religious world. Remember, Cam come up under the church. He know just as much about God as his daddy do. He eat, breathe, sleep that shit coming up under that type of church house. He know that Bible. Remember the book said the devil know the Bible just like the God do. What he said, the devil know the word just like the good do. Same shit, different toilet flush it. Cam got more access to what's realty than most of these people, if you really want to know. Yet still, he the one going around telling people to do hand signals. Girl, the battle it's a spiritual war, spiritual battle, good versus evil. That's all. That's where it started, that's where it stopped. Good versus evil. And shout out to the brother Jason Wilson because he defeated Cam in that situation. Cam was a giant, literally and figuratively, but he defeated him because we are in a battle of good versus evil, and evil is losing. Even in your regular lives, you will see that evil has been taking L's all over. And if you see somebody who's good and they losing, then you know why. Maybe they not good. Because the good is prevailing in 2025. The evil is losing. Deborah Copeland, thank you for being a member for 18 months. Says the Bible states greater works shall we do. John 14:12. Facts. What's that scripture where they say Jesus came to tell us ye are gods? I need to find that scripture. There's a scripture, I Googled it, I can find it. I Googled it and sent it to my grandma when Jesus came back and said, I came to tell you that ye are gods. That's the part. Radiant Sunshine, thank you for the super chat. No, thank you for being a member for 16 months. Says, hey, boo, I watched that whole interview and that man is dope. He put Cam in his place numerous times. Love you down to the ground. I got to go watch it because I heard they were talking about marriage. Cam is not the person to talk to marriage about, child. Radiant Sunshine, thank you for being a member for 16. Oh, no, I did that. Mana Book Club, thank you for the super chat. Says they are destroying the system because we are waking up. Right. They know once we do, we will know this belongs to us. We are some powerful people. That's a fact. And that's another thing, too. Y'all are going to see them setting fires to stuff figuratively and literally and just throwing stuff out the window because they understand that we're waking up. And once we wake up to who we are, we will take our rightful places back at the top. And they would rather burn this shit down than to leave it to us. That's what you're seeing. So you're going to see a lot of people crashing out, just throwing out, that's how I go. That's how I be. Kia Mari, thank you for the super chat. Says, I know one pastor, and he stole out the church account. Child, that was probably Lil Fry. That's all he did still. Child. I know. I remember I'm telling you, I went to high school. Paul Martin, he the pastor over here in in Atlanta. When he had Greater St. Stephen in New Orleans, the rumor came out. This before he went down. This before he went to Atlanta. Right before Katrina. The rumor was that he had got caught with one of them little boys. Sure was. Late 90s, early 2000s, baby. Yes, they did. And then they said when he found out, or when the people found out, he played it off and tried to say he went crazy and went to the crazy hospital. But the word on the street was he had got caught with the little boys. Allegedly. Back in the day. And I was in high school, and I remember I was in the gospel choir, but was the Jehovah's Witness. And I remember telling my punk friends, like, that's why your pastor, your bishop, that's when they started going to Bishop Week. And I said, Bishop is a punk, and he messed with little boys, and they tried to fight me. And then right after that, Paul Martin came out the crazy hospital and moved to Atlanta. Hello, got into it, got up with Eddie Long. I know what I'm talking about. Right after that, this right before Katrina, he moved to Atlanta. After they found out he was in there with them little boys, he moved to Atlanta, got him a big old church. Then Katrina came. Oh, yeah, baby, was there. Girl, please. And we all know what Eddie Long allegedly was doing with the little boys. Allegedly. You know what the word on the curb was with it, girl. Let's move on. I don't want to get nobody mad. I don't want nobody in their bishop to get on here windmilling. You see what I'm saying? KB, thank you for the super chat. Says she says she flirting them because the customers can't afford it, which is even more disrespectful. Everyone should be reading the bills that enforce policy. The policy says cut illegals and able-bodied citizens. Thank you so much for the super chat. I forgot what that was about. But thank you. I'm telling you now. I'm telling y'all. With that being said, y'all, I got to get up off of here. Man. I'll see y'all later on. Meet me down to the dollhouse where we go down the rabbit hole for Malone Madness Monday is what I called it. Y'all make sure y'all meet me over there. We're going to pull over and pop out. I love y'all so much. I'm about to give me something to eat. I'm starving. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live. For your boy. For your boy. Hustle for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.